The ICP burn rate has gone even more parabolic and more crazy, and it's not Bob. Yes, Bob isn't the one doing it. In fact, there's another project that I've just found that is doing it, and it's absolutely insane. In fact, it sent the cycles to a record high that we've never seen before. These are the cycles. It went parabolic to 10 trillion, 10.5 trillion cycles a second. Okay, guys, when Bob was rocking and rolling, it was like down here, 900, 700 billion. This thing sent it into the trillions, and it's still cycling in the trillions. Okay, so what is this doing? Well, what it's doing is making the burns even more. You thought the burns were a lot with Bob kicking butt? Holy moly, it's gone even more parabolic. So this was yesterday, the 11th, right? Hold on, let's get to the 11th. So this was the last day of the 11th. Think about it. 220,000 ICP was where it was yesterday, okay? Day's not even over yet. We're already at 238,000. We're almost 20,000 burned ICP today. You know, I thought it would take years for them to even get here, and they're getting here faster because people are figuring out. I'm going to talk about Bob too, because there's some things on Bob that I've figured out I don't like, by the way. So I'm going to give you the real transparency of Bob and what's really going on. So we got to talk about this because some people are going to lose money, and I don't like what some things the Bob team is doing. We're going to talk about it. We're going to put some pressure on them because I think they need to be a little bit more transparent in what they're doing out there. But we'll get there in a second. Okay. This burn rate, guys, is insane. And it's not all Bob. I don't know how much we can attribute to Bob, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000. Most of this is coming from somewhere else. So I started noticing this burn cycle pick up, and I started noticing this cycle explode. So you know what? I started trying to find stuff. I'm out here on my Twitter. So I asked the question and someone answered it. You know, anyone know what project might have caused this? It's not Bob. I already knew it wasn't Bob because I was looking at Bob. I'm like, it's not generating the same it was generating early on. Okay. It just wasn't generating. A couple people answered. And what is the answer? This is big, guys. This is big for ICP in so many ways. They answered, and it's this computer. It's this project. Sorry, MSQ, a phishing-proof wallet. Okay, what is it? Well, this is what's helping burn the literal crap out of it. Okay, I don't know what this is. I haven't looked deep enough into it. Okay, I just haven't looked deep enough into it. You guys can go there. I'll put the link right here. I'll put the link to my Twitter, and you guys can look more into it. But this is the website. The most advanced meme coin miner on the internet computer, okay? You can see down here, it says internet powered by internet computer. You can read about it. I don't know exactly what it does yet. I haven't got into it. I just wanted to bring this news to you guys because this is the project that's doing. Pool members, they're basically making pools from what I can tell for different mining projects, which is great, and they're putting it on the internet computer. Listen, guys, I don't think you guys understand how big this is. Imagine 50 of these projects like Bob, like MSQ Burn, all these projects laying on top of internet computer, NAI projects laying on top of it. I didn't think it could ever, with all these projects, burn this much ICP. I didn't think it was possible. Okay, if you look at this chart, it is insanity. I mean, it is absolute insanity. We basically gone since Bob 175,000 to 238,000 within a couple of days. This all happened since 9/6. Sorry, 9/7. 9/7, 9/8. We're at 180,000. I mean, it's burning more than we've seen in a long time. It's burned more than we've seen an entire year, almost. Yeah. The cycles are incredible. And if it keeps up like this, I thought ICP, 1,000 transactions for each ICP was like a lot. And I thought it was going to take forever, but it's not really transactions that we need to look at. It's basically people setting up these other projects that use the Canister and the compute power on ICP. If people start utilizing the power of ICP, which you can see right here, there's a cycle burn rate. My God. I mean, we could wake up one day and the cycle burn rate reaches 20 trillion, 30 trillion, 40 trillion, 100 trillion. Then you're burning 40, 50, 60, 70,000 ICP a day. And not only are you massively deflationary at that point, my God, the whole world is going to notice. Whole world is going to notice. So, you know, join my Twitter too, because I'm actively talking about this in real time. You know, it's just Dow Kingdom. I'll put the link down there for you guys. I have a Discord if you guys want to come over and talk about all the stuff about ICP. Now, what's so interesting, actually, let's go to my Twitter, is look at this. If this state continues, 80 to 90,000 ICP will be burned every day, about $700,000. I'm not so concerned about how much the dollar amount is, but the fact that we can burn 80 to 90,000 ICP a day. Basically, what I was talking about before in my other video was like, if ICP ever gets to 100,000 ICP burn a day, that's 36 million ICP a year. That's insane deflation. And not only that, it's going to create an enormous amount of demand on the ICP token. This is how you're going to reach 50, 60, 100, $200. The tokenomics of ICP at first I thought wasn't the best, but now that I'm looking at it and going, okay, if people start utilizing, and I've always said this, adoption is key. If adoption happens on ICP, if adoption happens, this is next level. This thing is going parabolic. There's nothing like this. There's nothing out of the 20 or 30,000 cryptos. So I want you to guys keep something in mind. Solana has like 2 million meme coins. It took 2 million meme coins to get it to where it is, and it still is not deflationary. Those 2 million meme coins on ICP, it would have basically no tokens left. That's how much better ICP system is. All you would need is 50 to 100 projects like MSQ and BOB, which, by the way, they're coming. You know why they know they're coming? They're contacting me. They're emailing me. They want me to help them with marketing, want me to be part of teams. They're hitting me up. I haven't vetted them. I haven't really looked at them. I'm getting like hit up left and right, but I'm taking a look and I'm seeing what kind of there's one really good project I really like. I think they're going to make their announcement for the launchpad real soon. I think that one's another revolutionary project, by the way, but BOB was a revolution. We finally saw a project that could lay on ICP and create its own blockchain. What if a layer 1 comes on ICP? What if a layer 2 and a layer 3 build on ICP? They're taking notice. I'm talking to developers. They're hitting me up. They're telling me we are considering doing what BOB has done, but in a little different way. We're thinking about doing this and doing that. And I'm like, holy cow, this is the precipice, the beginnings of something big. Don't think ICP tomorrow is going to become $20 or $30. Do not think that. These things take time, but it's moving a lot faster than I thought. And that is the good news. Now, and I'm going to do another video as I see these numbers change. I'm going to try to keep you guys updated because there's not a lot of YouTubers or people really keeping you updated. Most of the updates are on Twitter, I see. But let's talk about BOB too, because I found some issues with BOB. And I have my own account here, which I'm going to show you guys. I'm not happy with BOB, and I'm going to show you guys what's going on. So this guy, he said top 25 wallets have mined 525,000 BOB, which is about 50% of the total mine supply so far. Still trusting anonymous developers with code that isn't open source. Well, I'm going to show you my account, and he's right. So these are the current block active miners out of the 17,000 total miners that have been made. I made 50 of these, thinking everyone had a fair chance. Now, the problem I have is what reason I did 50 miners was very mathematical. 50 miners should have got me about 1 block mined per day. And this has been running for 2 days, meaning I should have had 2 blocks if we're going by a theoretical that this is an honest system and fair. Now, tomorrow, I'm still have some cycle balances left, so I should keep going. Tomorrow, by the 3rd day, I should have had at least 3 blocks. So in theory, I should have had at least 2 blocks by now because of the mathematics that I use. I divided it by this. I looked at it. In fact, if I go by the active miners, I should have had more than 2 blocks. But even if I don't go by that, if we go by the total miners, I should have had it. Okay. So the problem I have is I don't even have 1 block. I have nothing to show for my $400 to $500 investment. Okay. No BOB, no old BOB, no new BOB, no BOB. I don't know any BOBs, no BOBs, nothing. So, you know, people are saying that there's a problem. And when I look, somebody has 67 miners. Of course, they could have maxed out this miner and it could have been running at 7x the normal miners. Even at that, I mean, they got 64 blocks. And this guy, even if he ran to the max power of the miner, got 59. There's something I'm not so sure is exactly what they say, the word kosher about this. It is not open source, which is fine, but BOB is a revolution regardless. It has shown the world what can happen with ICP. What I would like to see is BOB being more transparent, opening up their source, at least part of their source code. They don't have to open the whole thing up. So we can see at least this part of it is working fairly. Now, I think that's number one. I think number two thing is that somebody can make a better Bob at this point. You see this working, and I'm actually talking to a guy that runs a major meme coin on AVAX, and they're looking at this. They're like, holy cow, this is amazing. They might do something. And those guys are really transparent and really fair, and they have a lot of money. And so let's see what happens. I would like to see a better team, more transparent team. This team, I'm not going to be making any more investments in miners. And if you guys haven't had any mine blocks, tell me in the comments if you have mined any blocks and how many miners you have. Let's start doing some comparisons. Put in the comments how many miners you bought and how many Bob blocks you have won. Okay? Because as you can see, I have 0 with 50 miners over 2 days. And I've talked to a lot of other people that have 10 miners, 5 miners, 20 miners, 50 miners, 60 miners, 80 miners. We're all at 0. Who's getting all the stuff? Wow, that's a concern. Because now you got a problem. If it's all going to the same people over and over and over again, well, people aren't going to be mining it. People aren't going to be as interested. It's kind of becomes a defunct project in ways. We just wasted our money. We kind of got scammed in a way, not necessarily by we got scammed by the project in a way. I mean, we threw away our ICP. I mean, I didn't have to burn 50 ICP. Sucks. Why did I burn it? Be fair. Or what they should have done is create pools where we could all get X amount every day and earn, and then we could sell. We don't have to give it winner or loser take all. It can be mined in a pool. And I don't know if MSQ fixes that or not. I haven't looked deep enough in that. It might have a pool that we can enter for Bob, and it might fix it, and I would go back into it. I don't know. But if Bob came out with pools right away, make like 10 pools, everyone goes into those pools, adds the miners they need, and everyone shares the winnings. That I could get behind. And if you don't want to do pools, do your own. And this way, instead of one person winning 600 and they end up dumping it, the 600 would get shared between 100 people, 200 people, let's say. Well, everyone gets like 20 miners per mine. Maybe every day you get like 50 or 60 miners. And then you can keep refilling your cycles, and this thing can become huge. That's the smart way of doing it. I understand early things don't always go right, but I'm not very happy with what I'm seeing with Bob. And you know what? I'm okay losing the 50 ICP being this experiment, because this is an experiment and it's pretty cool. What Bob has created is a lot of value. I see value in this. I see this could be huge. It says a Bitcoin's consensus with Doge utility. Yes, this could be huge, but it can only be huge if people believe in it and it's transparent. That part, the Bob team, you have failed us. You have failed us on that, but maybe they can fix it. Maybe with pools, maybe a few tweaks. They're obviously incredible programmers. There's also something else, being able to whip up canisters, because like this easily has shown the world that you can now develop and grow on ICP. And I'm going to get more into this MSQ stuff, and I'm sure I'm going to be surprised with some of the tech behind here. But what I'm seeing here is ICP literally going parabolic and growing in front of us. Growing adoption, growing everything. And it is super freaking exciting what's happening. And it is exciting on a multiple levels. I'm excited to see, 2 back-to-back projects coming out like this within 3-4 days. Just wow. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. What is next? Okay. All we need is 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 projects like this. This cycle burn rate is going to go into the hundreds of trillions, maybe. And this burn rate is going to go parabolic. And then the price of ICP, holy moly, we don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to have to do an analysis of the price again, because things are just moving so fast. This chart has been holding around 850 mark, which is basically its old support back here. It could go down. It could go back down to 750. It wouldn't really surprise me, but there's a lot more people looking at internet computer. There's a lot more people interested in internet computer. There's a lot more developers coming on internet computer. Things are going in the right direction. Like I said, don't think internet computer is going to go parabolic tomorrow. It's not. These things take time. Will internet computer be the next Solana? Will we have the next Solana on our hands that goes parabolic? Will we have it? That's really the question that I'm maybe going to answer in the next video. So make sure to subscribe and like, because there's some similarities that I'm seeing. We're right here at the very beginning. If you look at Solana, we are here, guys. We're literally here because Solana and ICP basically have about the same amount of tokens. They're off by like 30, 40 million, actually. Circulating supplies are very similar. So for those of you that don't think that ICP can go into the hundreds, you're absolutely wrong. Not only can it go into the hundreds, it can surpass Solana, because if it was doing the volume and the calculations that Solana is doing, ICP would be drastically more deflationary than it is even today. It would be burning like 100,000 tokens a day. It would be a monster. It would probably surpass Solana in price by magnitude of probably double this price. It's probably in the 200 to 250 range. That's how much powerful ICP is, the cycle burn rate. And you can see, you know, it was around, I think it got down to about $8 at one point, didn't it? I think it got, all-time low, 50 cents. Oh, that's back here. But I think, was it down here? Yeah, I think it got down around there, around, it says about $11 or something. But I think it was as low as about $8.50. It doesn't show it on the chart. And then it kind of hung out in the 20s for a while, consolidated while all the meme coins were happening. Then it exploded. I'm going to have to do an analysis of this versus ICP. I think we could have the next Solana moment, or the next kind of Solana kind of thing on our hands. I think there's a possibility for that. So this is very exciting to me. So anyway, I'm going to keep you guys updated with ICP, with Bob. Looks like Jerry has abandoned you guys again. So I'm going to try to keep you guys going. You know, if you guys want me to go live, like maybe once a week, and we can have a discussion about ICP, tell me, join my Discord at least, so I can keep you guys updated and tell you the dates we can do it, and we can all go live and we can ask real questions and analysis. I'm gonna look deeper into this project. You guys also look deeper into it. There's something big on the horizon, I think, for ICP that we're all missing. I think it's going to get even bigger and more profound. Anyway, guys, best of luck. Take care.